Testing, the numbers are all in the right places. Okay. And people say that there's no greenery in the Solution 9. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac. This is Final Fantasy Dawntrail. Today we are going to tackle more of the Arcadion, but to buy time, I'm going to do one unsynced party. I want to see if I can beat Kugane Castle on my own, because that one's been sitting in my job listing for quite some time, and it doesn't look that... I might struggle against the final boss, but you never know. So yeah, they've actually announced a new Final Fantasy game that is 2.5D, and that's actually something I'd be pretty okay with. Because I'm so sick of the action RPGs. Not everything can be Crosscode or Alabaster Dawn. Anyway, this is just my usual buying time for people to show up. Oh wait, you were ninjas as well! You're never gonna get away from the Stormblood main theme, are you? Of course, the downside is that once we do get enough people, I'm then going to have to sit in queue, so I'll probably go do the main scenario roulette. But oh well. It's not like the game is going anywhere. Oh wait, yes it is. It's going to be an expansion. We have to hustle. Oh, I never actually picked up the alpaca whistle or the smile orchestron roll. How foolish of me. I'm probably going to have to throw all this stuff away. I got very twitchy. I hit the bottom of the table with my knee, and then the alarm for my stream went off, and I still haven't gotten around to doing that thing that I said I was gonna do. Poke. And now we just have a big Dojinmaru summoner, I guess. I wonder if that'll ever be a type of enemy. Clockwork medium. It kind of makes me think of Fates with the clockwork, the Mechanist class is what it was. Karasu Tengu. Oh, I bet that's what it is. And now I'm thinking of a Kitsune Tales. The Tenmataro looking guys are probably Tengu. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Enough with the bombs, please. And now our final boss. It's a rich, overweight merchant. You've done well to make it this far, but I'm afraid your journey ends here. Come, Yojimbo! We have visitors! Hi, Greg! I'm the Blade of Vengeance. They only dare whisper my name. Yojimbo! They don't pay me enough for this. Your coffers appear empty, Kageyama. If you cannot pay my price, then I am finished here. He didn't even do the mechanic with the money. He didn't learn his lesson, by the way. This idiot shows up in the tribal quest, in the society quests for Stormblood, where he's paying someone to retrieve a bunch of impossible things, and it just so happens to line up with the people that society quests. So he starts kidnapping people. I don't care that much for the Namuzu, but he chose to kidnap one of the Anata, who actually turned out to be a pretty sweet girl, and for that, he kinda deserves to have a lot worse than just going bankrupt. Anyway, them's are the... Hang on, where's my tickets? Maelstrom Ether ticket. And that's my lunchtime alert. Actually, maybe I could pop open my phone alarm. Every day except Thursday. Lunchtime. Okay, that works. I don't need that. I don't need this. Definitely won't need that. All these. That. You can take that. No need for that. Nope. I might hang on to some of this Vanguard stuff, but not all of it, because Vanguard does make for kind of fun glamour material. Okay, we can keep the things that have maximum spirit binding, I guess. Oh, it actually tells you where they're kept. That's really handy. Where was it? Yeah, that's about it. Oh wait, Gunblade of the the Crimson Lotus could have been a glamour. Oh dear. Not that I care about any of this anyhow. Oh, I have a lot of company seals. Maybe I could buy something. Wind up, Slowy. Cannot thank you enough, but certainly will try. Alright, it's time to... welcome back. Welcome in, Snow. It's time. I've done my things. We are going to see how lucky we get with pulling AAC Light Heavyweight Match 2. We get very lucky. Tank privileges, you know how it is. I was worried we wouldn't get any pops. Don't I feel foolish? I apologize for this song that'll get stuck in your head.
The adorable, but deadly. Sweet, but poisonous. Honey bee lovely.
Sweet poison, honey bee lovely. Of course she is. She has mechanics that deal enough damage to give even tanks a hard time.
The Honey Bee Lovely show has begun.
So be cautious.
Let's put on a lovely show for the audience. Submit to your lovely queen.
This is an AoE. Stand inside her hitbox to avoid it.
Beautifully dodged.
And this one is a frontal line attack. So stand to the sides. I often get that one slightly off, but I didn't this time. Lucky me. Twin Tank Buster. Honey Breeze. Honey Beeline again. I need to point out that there are certain dialogue that will change based on how many people actually get hit by the attack.
Hope you're ready for me to steal your
And
heart.
here comes the fancy one. You see that heart over your head? That's how long until she kills you with romance. Love me tender.
Can the challenger resist the irresistible? I know I can't.
You are growing infatuated with Honeybee Lovely. You are head over heels for Honeybee Lovely. If these hearts catch you, you take a heart damage. It stuns you, blocks you in place, hits you with a very nasty dot that even a tank can't survive. I have seen some tanks stand in the middle and use their invuln skill to buy people some time of not being menaced by these stupid hearts.
Not to be denied.
But I don't feel like doing that.
I'll make you mine.
I also recommend that after this, maybe go look up the lyrics to this because it's a hilarious mix of cutesy and homicidal narcissist.
Is everyone having a good time?
Really should have said, you know, all you
A
do
little
is dead.
taste to make it interesting.
I just don't know the lyrics to this, sorry. Taste of Venom. Her next attack is going to be greatly enhanced. And by greatly enhanced, I mean have fun with the extra telegraphs thrown in afterwards.
Here comes a fearsome venom strike!
No hard feelings if I kill you?
Maybe just a little bit, sweetheart.
What? Oh, you're kidding me. It didn't work?
Yep, if no one dies to that attack combo, then she will comment on it. The swarm of brute bees are attracted by her pheromones.
Change her routine.
Now see, this is the easy version of this attack because you just have to walk around in the right direction. Later on, she is going to hit you with a version where it's just wild and crazy all over the place. It's not this one.
Ooh, what a delightful battle this is. We're just getting started.
And now she's doing the hearts again. Of course.
Who's my obedient little babe?
Love me tender. Make sure to split these up appropriately. I cannot take a second round of hearts, so someone else had better do it. On the outside, she's almost dead, so we don't get to hear T is for beat you to a bloody pulp.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger!
I suppose the dots aren't as spicy now that everyone vastly outgears this fight, but still, they were pretty messy back in the day. Sure, machinist.
It's all over. Until next time.
So we have a Kakavi Brewer, a Tonberry, a Moogle, a Chocobo plush, a mandragora, a teddy bear, the other part of the monster doll, Tomberry, I think, yeah. It starts looping after that, but I know that's fun. I wish I had gotten a chance to check the Savage version, but I wasn't even able to beat Black Cat Savage, to be honest. Here's something else! What a performance that was! I knew you could do it, my friend! To think you actually take down Honeybee down. You're the real deal. With this victory, you're now eligible to challenge the reigning champion of the light heavyweight division. And as eager as I am to see you claim the crown, it will take some time to make arrangements for the match. While you wait, why not find yourself a second? That is, someone who supports you by gathering information on your opponents and giving advice on your training. Well wait, if she needs a second, then please let me do it. Those who lose aren't allowed to fight for a while, so I'm free. But above all, I'd like to see the person who defeated me defeat everyone else, too. As an active fighter, I suppose you would know your opponents better than most. If Ibuki is willing, I certainly wouldn't object. I'd be happy to have Black Cat in my corner. You won't regret this. Now, if I'm to be your second, you ought to know my real name. I'm Yana. I look forward to working together. Young though she is, Yana is a certified fighter of the Arcadion. With her knowledge of your opponents, I believe she is a sound choice for your second. Let's head to my gym. It's a bit messy, but it's far more comfortable than in this dreary old place. As you seem to have everything well in hand, I will excuse myself. I shall see you again when it is time for the match. Savage aim, direct hit. Always direct hit for the tanks. Unless you're a warrior, then you want other stuff, but for every other tank you want direct hit. Yana's yarn. Yana is keen for a change of scenery. Right then, follow me. The gym isn't too far from here. There isn't an aetherite though, so it is going to be quite the walk. Hey, aren't you Ibuki, the fighter who doesn't use a regulator? To not only fight, but win without using a feral sword. You're absolutely amazing! I'll be cheering for you from now on. I was so surprised when I saw you in the ring. You're the hero who protected us from the soldiers. I've been your biggest fan ever since. You'll win. Oh wait, no, that's the kid. You'll win your next match too. I just know it. You heartless fiend! How dare you embarrass our sweet honeybee like that? I hate you! Enjoy this feeling while you can, new blood. You'll be begging for mercy come your next match. My, the fans are quite riled up today. I understand the need to let out their frustration, but I wish they could find more productive ways to use that energy. But do excuse me, I'm something of a storyteller, and I have a keen interest in seeing how this championship unfolds. When you have a moment, I would love to ask you a few questions. Wait, you're Black Cat? What are you doing keeping company with a lass that just beat you? That's probably why you lost. You don't have any pride. I'd much rather watch your sister fight. Nobody put on a show like Wicked Thunder. This is never ending. Let's get out of here. Looks like we managed to slip away. Come on, the gym's just over here. And here it is, Tri-Tails Training, the home of Alexandria's finest fighters. That being said, I'm the only one here at the moment. It's also my actual home. The first floor is where I live, the basement is where I train. Now don't be shy, go on in, make yourself comfortable. It's a pleasure to meet you, miss. My name is Nayuni. Thank you very much for looking after my sister. Thanking her for knocking me out, are you? Anyway, as you may have pieced together, I have two sisters, and though they're gone now, our parents were originally from Toral. They happened to be in Yasunia when the dome appeared and ended up trapped. Here they took up work as hunters, but they were always opposed to regulators and never wore them. And one day they went out and never came back. Truth be told, I became interested in you because you remind me of my parents. Like them, you're averse to using souls. We, on the other hand, don't see such a problem with the practice, so, at our sister's urging, we started wearing regulators after mother and father died. It's only because they weren't wearing regulators when they passed that we can still remember them. Whether we're better off or worse for it, I can't say. I was too little to understand when it happened, but I've heard this story from my sisters, so when I see you fight, I can't help but feel anxious. Ibuki, I say this knowing your stance, but won't you consider wearing a regulator in matches? If only to revive yourself should the worst come to pass. I think she's projecting that moment onto us. But also, we don't need to worry, we have the Echo. We can just cheat and reset the match as many times as it takes to win. No! I'm afraid you can't change people's minds when it comes to soul use in the uni. It's a question of culture and upbringing. But rather than talk about such things, we should celebrate! We've won 2 champion matches now, Ibuki. This calls for drinks. We've only got energy tonics, but it's the gesture that counts, right? You're celebrating even though you lost? Cheers! Oh no, Ibuki's tail is clipping through the chair. Oh dear. So after what that delightful fan said outside earlier, I imagine you're curious about my sister. Her name's Eutrope. She rose to be the top contender in the heavyweight division. She became a fighter to look after me and Nayuni first and foremost, but it turned out she was great at it. Hardly surprising, I suppose. She always excelled in anything she set her mind on. She was a natural at combat, and on top of that she mastered how to wield Electrope. Hold on, I've just the thing. Wicked Thunder was her name. She harnessed the Levensteed's soul in conjunction with Electrope and could shapeshift to adapt to her enemies in battle. I'm confident enough in what I do. Eutrope herself taught me how to fight, but I could never emulate her fighting style. Thing is, she just disappeared one day without saying a word to us. She was so close to being immortalized too. Right, you wouldn't know. All Arcadian fighters retire young. Feral soul transfiguration is just too much of a burden on the body. Those who fight to the age of 20 are immortalized in the Ascension Arcadia Hall of Fame. This comes with the privilege of moving to the luxury air residences on Everkeep's upper level, where they can live out their days in comfort. You trudged through all of that away when she vanished. I just can't wrap my head around why. But that's enough reminiscing for now. It can't be long now before your next match. Let's head back to the Arcadion. Good luck, Ibuki, and please be careful. I'm pretty sure this is the right address. Oh, darn it! This is a dead end. I've got to go the other way. Wait. Okay, here we go. This is the thing I was talking about last time. We can chat with the different fans of the fighters that we've fought against. Damn it all! How could you do something so cruel to a starlet so sweet? Oh, the unenhanced warrior! Keep it up! You're doing great out there! Ugh, I had such high hopes for Black Cat. You again. Like I said, enjoy this feeling while you can. Enter the Arcadion. No, don't... Game, don't hit me with an update. I'm not playing Nikkei at the moment. Here we go, Ibuki. I'll do my best to support you as your second. And we can have more direct hit material, because why not? Yana's excitement is palpable. Vile heat. If you win this fight, you'll become champion of the light heavyweight division. Let's give it everything we've got. Now there's a phrase that has negative connotations. Right, let's take a look at your opponent. That there, I regret to say, is the reigning light heavyweight champion, the Brute Bomber. He uses the might of the Bomb King to ignite all he touches, but that'll be the least of your worries. He's a dirty fighter who'll do anything and everything to win, rules be damned. Countless of his opponents had to be carried to the infirmary. You'll be fine, I'm sure of it. If you bested me, you can best the Brute Bomber too. Now go and blast that loathsome lout out of his own ring and come back here, the new champion. So I know virtually nothing about wrestling, but I do know that the term used for this guy is heel. And hopefully the party won't mind too much if I draw attention to certain casts and buff bars, because there's one that's particularly entertaining to look at. AAC Light Heavyweight Match 3. No instant pop. I want my money back. Tuliolo. We'll go do main scenario while we wait for the queue to pop. Bulwaruk. Bulwaruk is eager to hear how you have been getting. We'll get back to you in a bit. It's a pleasure as always, Ibuki. Have you been able to relax lately? Oh, she's gone. This looks like something straight out of the Nier raids, doesn't it? So much rusty metal.
Tonight he explodes in the ring once more. The man you love to hate with a fiery passion, the Brute Lover!
So one important thing about a lot of his attacks is that they inflict daze, and if you take 2 hits, then it becomes concussion. You're locked in place, and so you can't get out of the way, and now the arena's on fire. Oh no. I guess the other guy wants to maintain. Oh girl.
The Brute Bomber has muscled his way into the ring!
Brutal impact. Several raid-wide attacks. Healers be prepared. Knuckle Sandwich, Twin Tank Buster.
Even I felt that one off, but the challenger's still standing!
And now he's going to do the lariat. Watch the hand that is lit up because that's the one that's going to swing. And as you can see, the tank has trauma now. Second swing. And now the Bard has trauma as well. Murderous Mist. Stand very far behind him because that. Well, not far behind him, but still have to keep it careful. Barbarous Barrage. He's gonna spin for this one.
That I have a short fuse!
Long fuse bombs explode second. Short fuse bombs burst first. Here comes the lariat. And here comes the bomb fuses again. Watch the cast bar. Doping draw. Doped. A performance-enhancing compound is amplifying physical strength. Damage dealt is increased. Like Black Cat said, this guy cheats. Now this is where things get complicated because Lariat combo. He's winding up for a second swing, but it won't always be the opposite swing. Sometimes it'll be the same twice in a row. Lariat combo again. He's winding the same way twice. That poor bard. Other way, other way, other way, other way. And we finished right before we got to see his Lariat combo following with those black rings of death. Did someone seriously open up both chests and then quit to throw all that junk in my inventory? Well, that's just rude. Yeah, everyone's gone. They didn't even wait for a commendation.
It's all over. Until next time.
Oh well. I have to point out that someone was actually crazy enough to try and beat this in current gear levels solo. They did it as a paladin, so I wouldn't be able to show it. Besides, you can't queue up solo for these things, so they needed to find 7 other people that were kind enough to let them keep jumping at, to let them queue in and then jump out. But still, yeah, you can solo that guy. He really did it! You did it! Even though you beat me, I'm absolutely over the moon for you. It's truly astonishing what you can do without a feral soul. With this, you're now the light heavyweight champion. Congratulations, Ibuki! We did it in only 3 matches, too! Now there's going to be a ceremony to officially crown you champion. All and sundry will be watching, so make sure you wear something you won't regret. Ready, are you? Let's get you on big stage for your big moment. My fellow citizens, we are gathered to recognize a new champion in the Arcadion, a rising star who shot to the top of the light heavyweight division at breakneck speed. Without further ado, please give a warm welcome to the woman of the hour. The unstoppable upstart, the unenhanced but unbeatable, the one and only Ibuki Miyota. Hold it right there! Your victory was a farce! I refuse to accept it! Oh my, it appears the Brute Bomber is unsatisfied with the outcome of his match. You fought me with 8 of you. How is that fair? Let's settle this one-on-one, just you and me. one to talk about fair. If it's supposed to be a one-on-one fight, fight without your bloody bomb king. Shut your mouths! I make the rules here! What in the world just happened? Trope? I don't believe it! Wicked Thunder, the heavyweight fighter who suddenly vanished, has returned! I will have your soul. Prepare yourself. What's this? Wicked Thunder has just challenged the unstoppable upstart! Alas, as much as I wish to bear witness to their clash, Wicked Thunder's license was revoked upon her disappearance. I'm unable to sanction such a match. Intriguing, most intriguing. This voice! It's the President! I will allow a special exhibition match. Prepare Wicked Thunder's ring. And prepare yourself, upstart. You heard it, folks! By permission of the President, a match will be held. Who will emerge the victor? The Neoteric Witch or the Unenhanced Warrior? This is an event you cannot afford to miss. Because of course there was going to be a fourth fight. Why wouldn't there be? Oh, good gravy. Right, I can't take the Seryuk weapon out of its case. Yana wears a pensive expression, the Neoteric Witch. Eutrope, where have you been? And why have you come back now? I'm sorry, it's just, I wasn't prepared to see my sister like that. It's a shame your big moment was spoiled, but now that the match has been decided, there's nothing for it but to prepare. As a former heavyweight fighter, Eutrope's more than a cut above everyone you've faced thus far. Even so, having seen how quickly you've climbed up the ranks to become champion, I reckon you're far from overmatched. As Nayuni mentioned, Eutrope, or rather Wicked Thunder, harnesses the Levin Steed's soul and employs Electrope in battle. Her ring's a recreation of an imaginary city to allow her the full use of her powers. Her bouts are so notoriously dangerous there isn't even seating for spectators. And while she's my sister, I'm your second. So you go out there, Ibuki, and you win this. AAC Light Heavyweight Match 4 now accessible. One thing that I have to wonder is whether this has story lock on it or not. Whether I'm going to be able to just keep doing Arcadion matches until the stream is over, or if at some point it's going to say, now go catch up in the main scenario. I kind of hope it doesn't, because we'll be in a bit of a pickle there. Wicked Thunder will be your toughest opponent so far, and by far. But you have what it takes, Ibuki, I know it. Okay, let's see if we can race all the way back there and get at least the quest started, because we got interrupted, didn't we? Have you been able to relax lately? Aside from all the fighting in the Arcadion, I mean. Wonderful. As busy as you've been, with the right of succession among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tuliolo at a more leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos at XIV is one way to do so. They're made the traditional way and laden with fillings and absolutely sublime if you have an empty stomach. The owner, Brukevu, will look after you. Go eat tacos. We jump straight from fighting for our life against in the Arcadion to taco sampling. Well, if it isn't Ibuki, alone today, are ya? I see. If you have a hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it thanks for everything you've done for Tuliolo. Go ahead, find a table, bring you a meal as soon as it's ready. The reason he has the blue quest is because of role quests. You still love tacos, I hope? I remember I ate so many when you turned 5 you could barely move afterwards. Remember that? Oh dear, we're interrupting this very somber scene. No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Right, sorry, it's still strange for me too. Just the other day you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt if you said for Yasuo and I. And now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family. You can always rely on me.
Both magic and Nakana. She's a witch for a new age. The wondrous Wicked Thunder!
Musume boss. Neoteric Witch, Wicked Thunder. Or Neoteric.
This is nothing personal, but I must have your soul.
I know that's something to be pretty personal about, I think. Sidewise Spark. She's going to cleave the entire arena in the direction that's glowing. Shadow's Sabbath. She summons a clone that will use Sidewise Spark, so watch your step. She's summoning another clone that'll use Sidewise Spark, watch your step. This can be quite messy.
as many you see. Watch and learn.
Oh, look at that massive cannon. Her skills are as sharp as ever.
Get off the electricity, because she's gonna do this. Threefold blast. Remember what order that she zaps.
A vicious blow! Oh, that'll leave her mark.
Fourfold blast. Now it's gonna be 4 rounds in a row. Back, front, front, back. Back. Front. Front. Back. And then ring blasts because you can't have anything nice and simple, can you?
Take this!
I did mess up my rotation in it there for a moment, unfortunately.
She's really mean. Ha! Oh, wickedly divine!
So, the lines, they explode. Watch your step. Sidewise spark, we are on the wrong side. Wrath of Zeus is just the raid wave, etc, etc.
How's this?
Shadow Sabbath, she's gonna start spamming clones for this one. Hey, this is a safe corner, cool. I say that and then I'm not paying attention to the boss and I get hit by a cleave. Go figure.
They're still in it! But for how long? They're back on their feet! What?
Yeah, it's not nice to see healers go down. You did that just to throw off my damage rotation, didn't you? 5-fold blast! 5 steps in a row. We're approaching the limit that one can keep in their short-term memory. Front, back, front, front. Then it'll be a back shot. I probably shouldn't say that. Front, back, front, front, back.
And they're done! Is it over already?
Wings. We are approaching her final HP stretch, so she might not get this attack off properly.
Be gone.
So casual. Just die. And now, both the horizontal and the vertical is gonna explode, so have fun! Witch Hunt. Oh, this is one that I get wrong all the time. She just summons a bunch of clones to stomp the arena.
Even I felt that one. Oh, but the challenge is still standing.
Unfortunately, we skipped her final stretch of HP because the damage is too high. But there's a part where she splits the arena in half, or maybe no, yeah. So what she does?
No choice but to withdraw.
In a shocking turn of events, Wicked Thunder has fled the ring! Our unstoppable upstart is victorious! It's all over. Until next time.
You're safe, thank goodness. But for you to actually triumph, it seems you have the stuff to succeed even in the upper divisions. I was hoping to have a word with you, Trup, but she's disappeared again. There's nothing else to do for now, so let's head back to the gym. Do you have anything new to say? Well, if it ain't the new blood, now's my chance to claim vengeance for the brute bomber! I jest, he's been too lax ever since his crowning. As far as I'm concerned, you rightfully put him in his place. With this loss, he'll no doubt be inspired with even dirtier tricks he can use to make a comeback. A talented fighter and brilliant scientist, Wicked Thunder actually fashioned her ring herself using electrope. The city was born from her imagination and recreated with holograms. In such a space, you can easily wield her lightning techniques with reckless abandon. Which makes the fact that she lost to you all the worst. Ugh, both those sisters are disappointments. Hey, it's the lightweight heavy champion! I knew you were amazing, but even I didn't think you'd be able to take down Wicked Thunder. You truly are unstoppable. I only wish I had been able to watch the match in person. It's a shame there weren't any seats, but I was cheering you on from afar. Gosh, now I can hardly wait to see how you perform in the cruiserweight division. Just so you know, Honeybee isn't solely an Arcadion fighter. She also stars in concerts as a songstress, even receives work as a model for advertisements. She was just so tired from all her responsibilities she ended up losing to you. It was out of her control. Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy. Oh, I forgot to bring up what it is. So, originally, what's supposed to happen is when you get her down to her last stretch of health, she cuts the arena down to thirds again, but instead of what she normally does, positioning herself in the middle, she positions herself at the edge, and she continuously fires the cannon as a team share attack, split damage, and then follows up with and then it follows up with the ring AoEs. So it's sort of a desperation mode, and she will actually yell at you things like, "Why are you still standing?" I cannot lose! I will not lose! Things like that. Anyway, Naomi will have watched the fight at home. I wonder what she thought of, oh well, everything. Come on, let's head in. I'm relieved you're unharmed, Ibuki, but what a shock it was to see you trope again, and in that manner. What are you doing here? I'm dating your sister. Well, no matter. I'm not here to fight you, but to talk to my sisters. Good, because we have a mountain of questions for you. Why did you disappear without a word? What have you been doing all this time? I'll explain everything in due course, but if you want to live, Yana, you need to give up fighting right now. Well, what? Why? Because if you repeatedly transfigure your flesh with a feral soul, you'll eventually develop psychochronesis, an irreversible disease where your own soul degrades. Once it's begun, it's too late. All you can do is await death. Like me. This can't be true. I knew there were risks, but isn't that why fighters are immortalized? So we can get out before it's too late? Yana, have you ever met one of the immortalized? The life of comfort prompt for a step in retirement is just a lie woven to exploit us and cover up our deaths. But I remember them all. How can that be if they're dead? Rather than to new homes, the fighters are taken to a secret facility. There, their regulators are removed, and they are kept in confinement until they die. Without their regulators fitted, Everkeep systems have no way of detecting their death, nor of preserving their memory. I hadn't noticed changes to my body, and so decided to seek the counsel of the immortalized. Oh, she had noticed, and when I snuck into the president's office to ascertain their whereabouts, I discovered the sordid truth. I feared I would become another victim if I remained, and so I disappeared and began searching for a cure to the illness. Did you find one? In theory, the remedy is another person's soul, but an ordinary one won't do. No, it has to be surprisingly dense. Like yours. I bear you no ill will, but you're my only hope of survival. Sorry, but you are not nearly important enough to sacrifice myself to save. Rather than ambush you in the city and cause a disturbance, I challenged you in the ring, certain I would claim my prize. I knew the president wouldn't pass by the opportunity for a thrilling match, but I had become weaker than I'd realized. That's the only reason we're having this conversation now. Baka, next time I will have your soul. Wait, Itrope, even if it's to save yourself, you can't just take the soul of another. It isn't right. That's easy for you to say. You don't live with the knowledge that every single moment your soul is being eaten away. Forgive my intrusion. I'd come to see how you were faring after your sister's sudden appearance. But I fear I overheard something most distressing. So you didn't know either, despite your position in Ascension Arcadia. Had I known, I assure you I would not commentate with such enthusiasm. It was in the belief that our fighters were safe that I enjoyed my work. There's only one thing we want to do. We make the truth public and stop the fights. I don't want anyone else to suffer. Oh no, that is the worst thing we could possibly do. The President shows no mercy to those who get in his way. Should we go public with a secret? No one would be safe. Not you, or me, or any of the fighters. That Eutrope has kept silent, I suspect, is because she understood this. I'd be okay. Yes, but we're not talking about you. I suppose you're right. In hindsight, it's because he's such a ruthless man he could cover up the disease. I believe we have one recourse. Ibuki, you must rise to the very summit of the Arcadion and become the Grand Champion! You see, the Grand Champion is granted access to all the souls in our repository. While it wouldn't be the intended purpose of this privilege, you would be at liberty to release them. By thus getting rid of all feral souls left, the fighters would be no longer at risk. With the skill you've displayed thus far, I have faith you could do it! That was my intention anyway. Good. Now, if it would garner suspicion if I lingered too long, so I shall take my leave, if you'll excuse me. As you will recall, I can't fight in any matches for a while, and given what I know now, it's just as well. But I'll of course continue to support you as best I can. At the same time, Noyuni and I will undertake our own search for a cure for psychokinesis. Psychonecrosis. I can't say it quickly. I'll just go with what I was saying before. There has to be a way to save our sister without sacrificing you. Or anyone else for that matter. Psychonecrosis. But yeah, it does have some blitz relevance, doesn't it? To be honest, I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything. I put on a brave face for Noyuni's sake, but the truth is I'm terrified. I'm really glad to have you with us in this. This has become more than just a fighting competition, but for the sake of our goal, we'll have to go along with it. So come and find me here when it's time to begin your cruiserweight campaign. Ah, there it is! Our new light heavyweight champion! I've been most eager to talk to you, my friend! It's the weird lanky guy from last time. I believe a proper introduction is in order. My name is Gabbro, and I am a cartoonist! That is, a storyteller in the medium of art. Most of my works are inspired by the battles in the Arcadion. I'd love nothing more to chronicle the journey of the unstoppable upstart. I shall make myself available nearby for you when you have a moment to share your tales. Gabbro's works are tremendously popular in Solution 9. The fact he wants to make a story about you is proof of your own popularity. You could do worse than have a chat with him. Pick on someone your own size. 1. Ah, Ibuki, I was hoping you'd stop by. Recount the light heavyweight tier. This guy unlocks Savage. Though the light heavyweight division is the lowest tier of the championship, he surprised one and all by rising up as champion without the use of feral souls. And you didn't stop there. When former heavyweight fighter Wicked Thunder unexpectedly appeared to challenge you, you bested her. Never have we seen such drama at the Arcadion. Like most others, I watch your matches at the edge of my seat, but I've been most keen to hear your first-hand account. Pray spare no detail. We're probably leaving out all the intrigue stuff about psychocronesis. Psychonecrosis. Your words have provided me with insight and inspiration both. With a few embellishments, I believe I can produce a story that will grip the reader from start to finish. Embellishments. Lest you misunderstand, my works are not intended to be accurate records of events. In the name of a good story, I may take some liberties with certain details. Add an enrage or two, perhaps? For example, what if Black Cat had brought even deadlier techniques to bear against you? Or if Honeybee Lovely, whose sweet facade concealed a terrible temper, had become further enraged? What sort of carnage might have unfolded if the brute bomber had stooped to lower lows to seize victory? And last but not least, what if Wicked Thunder refused to retreat, resolving instead to fight on? Sounds like a bunch of tall tales to me. In such a manner do I let my mind wander when I produce my works, and this time I'm confident I have a bestseller on my hands. I thank you for taking time to share your account with me. I wish you continued success in the arena. AAC Light Heavyweight Tier Savage, now accessible. So we can go straight into the middleweight tier. Cool. Souls Under Siege. Yana's face lights up at the sight of you. Hey Ibuki, you're just the person I wanted to see. Cruiserweight matches have yet to begin, but Nayuni and I have made some breakthroughs in our research about psychonecrosis. Come inside, we'll tell you what we've learned. I legit just walked over to talk to him. How could you investigate so much while I was in a cutscene? I mean, I'm not complaining. I get to go immediately into the next step. It's good to see you, Ibuki. As you may have heard, we've managed to dig up a lead regarding psychonecrosis. Before diving into details, perhaps a refresher is in order. It's a rather complicated affair after all. Yeah, it might have been 2 full updates before you get to see this. You had barely been crowned champion of the light heavyweight division before her sister Eutrope challenged you. She was intent on claiming your soul as a means to cure psychonecrosis. The illness appears to afflict those who use feral souls to an excessive degree, those such as Arcadion fighters. We learned from Eutrope that the immortalized, who we thought lived in luxury in the upper levels, are actually dead, taken by the disease. Since that revelation, we've been looking for alternate ways to cure psychonecrosis, and we finally have some news to share. It's all thanks to you, Nayuni. Like Eutrope, she has a sense for electrope technology. She's learning to do all sorts of things from tinkering on her own. Oh, Yana, don't give her the wrong idea. It's the people of Oblivion who we have to thank for our discoveries. I had attempted to access Everkeep's core systems for information on souls, you see. Sounds rather dangerous. Unsurprisingly, I failed, which is why, what's more, an Oblivion member who was monitoring unauthorized access found me. She took me to task, scolding me to never again do something so reckless. When I explained our predicament, however, she kindly shared research data Oblivion acquired from Origenics. The data was quite difficult to pass, but I managed to find some relevant information. Namely, that the military was well aware of psychonecrosis, having also sought to utilize feral souls. Furthermore, they had developed a method to identify the presence of the affliction. This brings us to our next move. Now that we're privy to this method, we feel that we should use it to diagnose other fighters. They deserve to know if they're ill. Indeed, it isn't right to leave them ignorant. I'm glad you agree. I can't sit idly by knowing they might die. As Mayton warned us, the President doesn't take kindly to those who get in his way. He'll be extremely unimpressed if we reveal the secret to those you've yet to fight and cause their withdrawal. Of course, he's still liable to incur the President's ire by becoming Grand Champion and releasing all the souls in the repository, but we should avoid getting in his crosshairs for as long as we can. That's why I propose we approach only those fighters you've bested. As they're barred from fighting for a time, it wouldn't have an immediate impact on the championship. There are still risks, however. Every time our fellow fighters use a feral soul, they bring themselves closer to psychonecrosis, including in the match against you. Which is why it's important we tell them the truth as soon as possible, so we can stop that from happening for good. Knowing what illness has done to your troop, it feels nothing less than personal. To begin with, let's reveal the truth to Honey. Despite being rivals, we're actually quite close. Just a moment while I call her. Can you get me her autograph as well? She's busy, as I expected, but can spare a moment for us. She's on her way here now. So, what's this about? I hope it's as urgent as you say it is. My stars, you're serious, aren't you? Could I be afflicted as well? There's a way to diagnose you. Regulators are designed to monitor the state of the wearer's soul. If we connect yours to a terminal, we can confirm whether there are signs of the disease. Please be at ease, Miss Honey. Your soul shows no signs of degradation. Truly? Oh, what a relief. I shudder to imagine how I might have been affected by such a dreadful disease. You're fine too, I suppose? You joined the Arcadion well after I did, after all. Well, I haven't gotten any symptoms yet. Yana was so eager to prove herself she utilized feral souls numerous times when training, so when I examined her, we found she's on the threshold of developing the disease. For mercy's sake, Yana! We're forbidden from training with feral souls! And knowing what I know now, I'd say it's because the President doesn't want us to die early. It'd be bad for entertainment. At any rate, neither of us should use feral souls again, which means we can't fight in the Arcadion anymore. Alright then, I'll retire. That was fast. Really? I wasn't expecting you to decide so quickly. While I've graced countless magazines and concert covers and concert stages, I never shined so brightly as when I fought in the ring. It's true. But everything I've done was so I could bask in the adoration of people. I couldn't do that if I were dead now, could I? So, I'll look for another avenue to apply my talents, and you can be sure I'll succeed. After all, I'm Honeybee Lovely, the brightest star in the sky. Someone kill that bot. Now then, I'm scheduled to appear on broadcast, so I must be on my way. Thanks for the warnings, my dears. You're a lifesavers. Let's see, delete message, warn, timeout, ban. She really is something else, honey. Right, that leaves one other fighter I'd like to inform. The Brute Bomber, who you defeated to become light heavyweight champion. We're not exactly friends, but I won't abandon him either. He's not likely to answer when called though, so we need to visit him at his home in residential radius 911. That sounds like a very unfortunate number. I know that my content barely gets any traction. I actually got a comment today saying, you have 2.3k videos and yet less than 250 subscribers. The algorithm screwed you. And yeah, they're right, but AI viewers, I'm not pathetic enough to need that sort of thing. That sort of fake engagement. Anyway, where's he at? Actually, which... okay, he's on this housing unit, not the other one. Gotcha. Yeah, you get it, Snow. I do sometimes wish that I had gotten my channel to take off and all that, but at the same time, I want to actually earn my way there. I don't want to just... If I didn't earn my way there, then it just wouldn't be worth it. I always carry a personal terminal with me so we can check for the illness when we arrive at the department. Here we are. Let's hope he's willing to hear us out. You're all so cute I could eat you up. Why do they flock to only you? It's hardly fair. Well, these are my kittens. If you don't like it, you can go back to your woman. Rub salt in the wound, will you? You know full well she left me. Come on, little ones, come to me. That man there is Eutropes. I mean, that's the champion of the Cruiserweight division. This poses a problem. We can't reveal the truth with him here. are you doing here? You want to get your asses kicked? You are Ibuki, the unenhanced warrior, yes? Howling Blade at your service. It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope we have the chance to meet in the ring soon. The pleasure's all mine. Ibuki can't trash talk people. It's not in her nature. Lest you wonder, I do not make a habit of wearing a regulator. My parents didn't believe in using them. Yana and her sisters were raised with similar values, as I recall, before adapting at Eutrope's insistence. However, I still use a regulator in battle like every fighter. Except you. I didn't know the two of you were friends. Surprised that a reviled heel like him and a beloved face like me get along? Truth is, we've known each other since childhood. We just can't seem to be rid of each other. We couldn't fit into any of the jobs that were introduced to us and got up to all manners of mischief together. We would have likely carried on like that if the president of Ascension Arcadia hadn't come and taken us in. Though it isn't easy being a fighter, we felt like it was our calling. Believe it or not, he used to be so shy he could hardly form a sentence, but when he became the brute bomber, it was as if he was reborn. Shut up, they don't need to know that. Thinking back, we owe everything to Arcadion, to the president. That we do. Well, I've seen the kittens as I had intended, so I'll take my leave now. Till next time, Ibuki. I'm half expecting the Hildy sparkles when he does a grin like that. So, what do you want? There's something you need to know. Lies! The president would never! I have the results of the examination. I'm afraid his soul already shows signs of psychonecrosis. What? That's nonsense! As the soul is eaten away, it loses connection to the body, leading to bouts of intense dizziness. The early symptoms of the disease. If left unchecked, the body will continue to weaken until... The Arcadion means a lot to you, I know. It means a lot to me too. But you need to retire. You're already ill until we can find a cure. The only way to prevent your condition from worsening is to stop fighting. Enough! I won't listen to any more of your nonsense. Get out of my sight! We've done what we could. It's up to him what he does now. Let's go home. I mean, what more is there to say about that? It's funny to see him with that he's got his... Darn it, stop interrupting me. It's funny to see him with his cats and being all cutesy with them, but... The Arcadion and the President meant a lot to them. And not only is the brute bomber unwilling to listen to reason there, but his buddy overheard us. It was difficult to tell Mr. Brute his diagnosis. Not only Eutrope, but the Brute Bomber too. We need to find a cure as soon as we can. According to Eutrope, the remedy is an infusion of an extremely dense soul. That's why she targeted you. The data from Arcadion seems to support this. Though it was only a hypothesis, the researchers believed reinforcement from a dense soul could be an effective treatment. But this isn't the solution we seek. We'll find another way. I'll scour an ocean of data if I have to. For all her searching, Eutrope could only find the one cure. Still, something about her actions doesn't sit right with me. The Eutrope I know wouldn't think to save herself at the cost of someone else's life. I can't help but feel like she's hiding something. Huh? Alright, understood. That was Meta. Cruiserweight matches are ready to begin, and he wants us to meet him in the green room. Then best of luck with your next match, Miss Ibuki. Please be careful. Please leave the search for a cure to me and focus only on the coming match. We've been awaiting your arrival, Boogie. Allow me to show you to the green room. Ah, here she is at last. Now the party can truly begin. That's better. This drab room was begging for a touch of colour. Love your work, by the way. A match with you is sure to be a font of inspiration. We're going to get down, you and I. Oh, yes, we are. Can Ibuki file for sexual harassment? As you have surmised, they are your rivals in the Cruiserweight division. And I understand you're already acquainted with the champion? I'm counting on you to captivate the audience once more with rousing combat and make the very walls of Arcadion shake with excitement. The fighters in this division are characters too, but there's far more to them than their showmanship. As you already know, cruiserweight fighters utilize more potent feral souls. Their attacks pack a heavier punch, so you need to brace yourself and be fully prepared. Actually, how much in the way of tombstones do I have? 797 tombstones of mnemonics. I should probably be doing more runs so I can get Ibuki geared up properly. The Dancing King! Yana's eyes gleam with anticipation. Right, are you ready? Good. Let the Unstoppable Upstarts Cruiserweight campaign begin. Right, let's take a look at your first opponent. The Verdant Reveler, Dancing Green. He's a shameless playboy who loves partying the night away in pubs and clubs. Even his Arcadion bouts he treats as parties where he is the center of attention. Using the soul of a terrible toad, he gains heightened physical prowess and seamlessly incorporates dance moves into combat. Victory will come down to how well you ride the rhythm. Your best bet might just be to treat the fight as a party as well. Let yourself go with the flow, you might just be surprised by what follows. Now then, go and show that party animal you've got moves of your own. Seize your first victory in the Cruiserweight division. Cruiserweight, match 1, now accessible. Now here's the question, if I queue up for this nonsense, can I go outside and check the people? It looks like there aren't any new fans, so I guess I have to knock them out, but maybe the... Okay, yeah, these guys are going to be exactly the same, so... Let's see how long we can go in Tuliolo before we get yanked away by the duty finder. So then, as we were, tacos. And then this man is talking to his son who was trapped in the dome. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family. You can always rely on me. Relying, that feels like the only thing I'm doing right now. On you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had Electrope. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here, I'm helpless, a culinarian who can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me, gods have never felt so embarrassed. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life is really different within the dome. My wife and children, I was thinking I'd have them join me once things had settled, but at this rate... I say send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. At least there is some attempt to integrate them back in. I didn't mean to overhear, but it seems like you're having trouble readjusting to life in Tuliolo. Vauwuklamat! To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It ain't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need! I'll definitely seek this group out. I'll bring my family with me. Thank you! Oh, look who it is! I was about to go and find you, Ibuki! You don't mind company, I hope? I could use a bite to eat myself. She just ate all my tacos, didn't she? Ah, the tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? I've been making a name for myself at the Arcadion. You're fighting in the arena in Alexandria. By facing off against tough opponents, I'd wager you'd honed your skills even further. As for myself, I've been kept busy with duties at the palace. Whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. That way, I can better understand the some problems they have and share them with Goanna to figure out solutions. Unfortunately, what comes to mind is Heaven's Ward when they had their leader walking the streets. He got knifed in the back by an assassin. He lived, yeah, but maybe someone without armor shouldn't be wandering the streets. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Goanna and I have something we want to discuss with you as Dawn servants. Do you have time to come to the palace? Great, I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us once you've finished here. Wow, the queue time is actually taking a bit longer than usual. We got a bit lucky earlier, I guess. Bull or Gore is impressed with your progress. Ibuki, it's good to see you safe. The whole city's been on knife edge since the attack. Folks need hunters like you and me to deal with the dangers they're facing more than ever. Like you and me, and like Nepukwe, Viper by trade, always helping out with the hunt. She took a bill from the board a few days back. Thing is, it was for Mark up in Yasulani, and no one's seen her since. Might be that she's still on its trail, but after hearing about everything that's happening up there, all this about the dome, I can't help but worry. The little bird tells me you've been inside it. You couldn't ask around in there, could you find out if anyone's seen her? I was supposed to do this during the main scenario progress, not now. Thank you, it means a lot to me. Last anyone heard from her, she was on her way to Teshbiani. Maybe someone in the village will have seen her, if there's anyone left. Here we go, Q-pop. Just as we're getting engaged in something else, isn't that just typical?
young, he's stylish, and he knows all the moves. The soul of the party and the king of the dance floor, Dancing Green.
Party animal, Dancing Green. This is a fight where avoiding certain mechanics perfectly can reward the party, so pay attention. Aw.
Are you ready to get down?
The Upstarts Cruiserweight campaign begins.
Do the hustle!
Keep up with the rhythm.
Two snap twists. Pay attention, he's going to hit twice. He's going to hit to the side twice, then do a third swing to the side, so be on your guard. Four snap twist. Does basically the same thing but for 4 hits. 2, 3, 4.
Dancing Green is pulling out all the stops of the
Double tank buster. Do not clip your co-tank.
On the dance floor, everyone's a star.
Disco Infernal. Raid-wide attack. Interrupt. Oh wait, no. This is much worse than that. So, this one is a matter of timing your debuffs.
How will the challenger respond?
Make sure that you are lined up to be in one of these spotlights when the timer runs out, and you dance. If you don't, then you flounder. Do the hustle! Get ready for the dance! Celebrate good times! Yeah, that's the raid-wide damage.
Come on, show me your moves.
Ride the waves! This one can get messy. Two snap twist. Celebrate good times.
Amazing.
I think the thing that usually catches me out with the 2 snap and 4 snap twist is that I misread the number and then don't dodge at the right one.
You're up, dancers.
All action direction requirements are nullified.
Let's turn up the
You want to be
heat.
watching his
Try to
front
keep
for this
up
one.
now.
Divas take it home. Can the Upstart keep up with Dancing Green?
I feel like this one's self-explanatory. He's going to swing in the direction of the frog in the order he just feathered them. Oh man. Oh man, I stumbled twice.
Let's finish with style. Groovy moves. The crowd's loving it.
I think if everyone does that perfectly, he gives out a damage buff to the entire party, but unfortunately I misstepped, and I appear to be the only person that misstepped that great. Frog Garage! The ring, yeah. Everywhere that they just lit up is going to be set on fire. So don't get caught, obviously. It gets more complicated when he combines it with other mechanics though. Two snap twists. And more celebrating the good times, because that's just what kind of guy this is.
Bask in the spotlight and burn, baby, burn!
Watch those frogs. So stay to the edges, but also two snap twisters coming. Four snap twist. And the frog garage, right, this is the one that usually gets me. No, the scholar fumbled and died horribly.
Is this the end?
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger.
Oh, thank you for not opening these chests. I would have been very
It's
upset if
all
you had.
over. Until next time.
Okay, I think I can squeeze in one, maybe two more matches, depending on how the queue pops. Well fought, Ibuki. With this victory, you've proven yourself to be a force to be reckoned with within the cruiserweight division. Although it might only be one if I keep fumbling my words like that. Heaven's Eye, as usual. Art at War. Yana is ready to introduce your next opponent. Right then, let's ride the wave of this momentum towards our next victory. And here is the next opponent. A fighter who lives and breathes art, she uses the ring as her gallery. Sugar Riot. Before coming to the Arcadion, she was a graffiti artist, you see. Most of the graffiti you see in Solution 9 was either by her or those imitating her style. By injecting herself with the soul of a deadly pudding, she's able to concoct special paint that can cause actual change to reality, even the ring itself. To her, fighting is a medium for her art, a means of expressing herself. Her imagination is boundless and you have to take care to not be overwhelmed, staying calm no matter what she throws at you. If you can manage that, you'll surely overcome Sugar Riot and continue on your way to the top of the Cruiserweight division. So we're going to be fighting an Inkling. AAC Cruiserweight Match 2 now accessible. Remove you, add you. Frick! I wanted to go out and talk to the fans! No! My tank privileges! They're too strong.
Her studio and reality are canvas. She's a rebels with a cause who captivates all with her illusions. Sugar Riot!
Art at War, Sugar Riot.
What inspiration will you give me, I wonder?
Welcome to Sugar Riot's Gallery of Glamours!
Perhaps I'll draw this.
Bomb, single style. She marks an area on the floor, it's going to explode. They are big explosions.
And with a flourish, Sugar Riot brings her work to life.
Single style, bomb with wings. These are trip telegraphs. They explode just as big, but when they spawn, they immediately hop to the other side. Single style, arrow. This is your usual line, get out of the way of the deadly stuff sort of attack. Checkerboards. Single style, target. This attack does actually nothing, she just puts a big target on the ground. However, it does do things when it comes to the arrows, because the arrows will always attack the target, so... yeah. Pudding Party is just your standard shared rapid party-wide.
What's your favorite color?
Double Tank Busters. Warm Bomb.
An image comes to me. I hope you like it hot and sandy.
Sugarscape. Now this is where the mechanics get really interesting.
Become a desert.
How about a little more sunshine?
Layer. This will add a new element to the battlefield. The scorching heat saps your strength. This is now a damage over time effect.
I think of these prickly fellows.
And now she's adding cacti. Cacti, which will grow to massive size, and then explode. Have fun.
It's a veritable storm of needles.
There's something missing. Oh, I know.
Layer. There's now a giant sinkhole in the middle of the arena.
You don't want to get caught in that.
Moose Mural. Oh, Moose Mural, sorry.
What's your favorite color?
Hang on.
When you can't decide on one thing.
Now, double style. She does two things at the same time. Find a safe place to stand that isn't next to a bomb.
What do you think of this?
Bombs and wing bombs. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see her second version. Oh wait, no, we are going to see it. Her other art style, Sugarscape. Although we might kill her before she finishes it. Important detail about this map. When you stand in the water, you have fire resistance but electricity weakness. So obviously don't stand in the water when it's electricity. Taste of fire. Moose Mural.
This is no good. It needs a touch of thunder, a dash of downpour.
It is no longer safe to stand in the water. Keep out. And just random lightning everywhere.
Turn the water bloody! How frightening!
So one more thing. The final layer to that painting. Actually, once she's done, we'll talk about that.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger!
So the final layer to that Riverscape attack, she summons a giant lightning storm. It will deal lethal damage if it hits
all
you.
over. Until next
There's going to be a giant thundercloud. It'll travel from each set in turn, and even tanks will die immediately if they're caught in that lightning, so you just give it as wide a berth as possible. No one ever wants to stick around for commendations. But Danabuki, I knew you could do it. Your next match will be against the Cruiserweight Champion himself, but seeing as we have a bit of time, there's something I'd like to tend to first. I want to tell Dancing Green and Sugar Riot about psychonecrosis and see if they've developed any symptoms. We have to save them too, if we can. I've borrowed Nayuni's terminal, so we'll perform the examination here in this room. Rest assured, I've already checked for listening devices. The two should be here any moment now. So, what's this about, baby? Are we having a party here? If that's the case, I'll have to excuse myself. I'm rather keen to give form to the inspiration you've given me. Well, I'm relieved to say you haven't manifested the disease yet. You're both dangerously close to doing so. Just one more feral soul injection could push you beyond the brink. It would be wise to stop fighting in the Arcadion. Whoa, talk about a downer, baby. This is all very sudden, and I struggle to accept it. But for both you and Honey Bee to retire, there must be truth to your words. It's no easy thing to retire, I know, but for your own safety, I ask that you give it careful consideration. I think his glasses are made out of electrope, huh? I've made up my mind. I'll retire. This don't leave the room, but I've always struggled to play the part of the dancing green. To maintain the persona of an party animal, I've had to spend night after night out in the town. When I'm not doing that, I'm practicing dance in the studio. It's utterly exhausting, soul-crushing. I pushed through it all because I didn't want to disappoint the fans, but this revelation sets me free. Dancing used to be my passion. Perhaps I can learn to love it again. I always thought you were a genuine party animal, living only to revel. To think it actually was a burden on your shoulders. The ring has been my precious studio. It's saddening to think I won't be able to step into it again. But it was on the streets I started plying my craft, and this revelation might be my sign to tell me to go back to my roots. So I'll do just that. I'll go back to a time when the whole city was my studio and its walls my canvas. Truth be told, seeing you fight without a feral soul helped me realize that maybe it's alright to be myself. I'm relieved. Thank you for listening. Well, we'd rather not die, of course. And it's you we have to thank for warning us of this. We're liable to attract suspicion if we stay here too long. We'll discuss when to break the news to management at a later time. Thankfully, those two have other places to employ their talents, like Honey. To the brute bomber and the howling blade, however, the Arcadion is everything. It isn't easy for them to retire. This I know better than most. But it's a matter of life and death. Art at war. Twisted vengeance. Yana appears to be lost in thought. In any case, our priority for now is to win the title match. Let's return to the gym and prepare. I get the feeling that I'm not going to see any more fans until we beat this tier. Oh wait, no, they have new things to say. Okay. Hello, Mookie! As with the highlight heavyweight tier before, you swiftly climbed the ranks of the cruiserweight division. At this rate, I dare say you'll become the grand champion in no time! Just so you know, Honeybee isn't solely Arcadion. Okay. Talented fighter. Yeah, these guys are saying the exact same thing. Okay, but the new guy did. The fan of me at least had something cool to say. Nauni will be relieved to hear that both Dancing Green and Sugar Riot plan to retire. Come on, let's share the good news. Thank goodness you're here. We have an emergency. Look at this. And over all the feral souls you got. This is unbelievable, folks. Just when we thought the brute bomber couldn't sink any lower, it seems he now intends to use unregulated feral souls. And several of them at once besides. The madman's going to turn himself into an abomination. This is a violation of the rules. You'll be banned for this. Shut your bloody trap. Get out of my way. Hey, unstoppable upstart. If you're watching this, come and find me at the demolition site on the 8th level. We're gonna fight again, and this time, I'm gonna destroy you. You hear me? I'm gonna destroy you. That idiot! Instead of listening to us, he goes and does this? General public is unaware, but the doping tonic the brute bomber imbibes during his matches, it's actually a harmless prop he uses as part of his ring persona. That's why his matches continue even when he's disqualified. Using multiple feral souls at once, however, is expressly forbidden due to the extreme danger it possesses. Doing so warps the flesh irreversibly, turns you into an abomination, as Mr. Matame said, and at worst, it will kill you. Worst case, this is likely because it greatly accelerates the soul's degradation, leading to psychonecrosis. You went and told him about the disease, didn't you? Despite my warnings, you went and told him. I'm sorry, but we couldn't just leave him to his fate. Well, he ended up taking the matches to the president, who naturally denied the existence of the disease, and naturally the brute bomber chose to believe him. That's not all. The president has sanctioned a grudge match between him and you, on one condition. In order to stand a chance, he has to inject multiple feral souls for the fight. I made a great fuss on the broadcast about his use of unregulated feral souls, but it's all staged. Everything is according to the president's script. He wants to get rid of you, and he's using the brute bomber to do so. What? But the brute bomber is already exhibiting symptoms of psychonecrosis. This will kill him! I know, I tried to talk him out of it as well, but he refused to listen. For him, the president's orders are absolute. Make no mistake, the match will go ahead. Even should you ignore his challenge, the brute bomber will inject himself with his assembled feral souls and come for you. Besides, if you still intend to become Grand Champion and release all the souls in the Arcadion's repository, I fear there's no way through except through this fight. So prepare as best you can, then meet me at the Arcadion. I will have a chauffeur take us to the venue. I'm coming too. I'm the one who caused all this by revealing the disease to the brute bomber. The least I can do is be there. So, Demolition Site 8. Which one? He said Demolition Site 8, yeah. This one has a lot of nasty mechanics that'll insta-kill you. He has Petrification Curse, which means that if you fail a mechanic, then you get turned into a rock and have to just sit there and wait until you die. Unless you have a paladin in the party, because they can throw you cover and protect you, but that puts themselves at risk because of high damage from someone who can't move away from the dangerous stuff. He also has a lot of ring out mechanics. If you're ready to depart, then pray let the chauffeur know as much. Let's waste no time, Ibuki. The broadcast may have been staged, but Brute Bomber's desire for revenge is most definitely real. There's no telling what foolishness he might commit while we keep him waiting. Mistress Ibuki, I've awaited your arrival. It will be my pleasure to escort you via air wheeler to the location of your match, the 8th level demolition site. All has been made ready. The broadcasting equipment is in place, and rest assured, the device for manifesting your allies is as well. Just say the word and we shall depart. Travel to the 8th level demolition site. I wonder if the mixed eye colors are a sign of all the nonsense going on with psychonecrosis. Brute, stop this madness at once! You'll put your life in danger! Danger? Ah! Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the vile hate, the most heinous, most despised fighter in the history of the Arcadion. I fear nothing and spit on rules. I do whatever the hell I need to win. Wait! He's gone and done it! He's injected himself with several foul souls and transformed into a terrible, chimerical fiend! He's no longer the Brute Bomber, but the Brute Abominator! Yana, we can't stay here, it's far too dangerous. But I can fight too! Ibuki... Alright, I'm counting on you to knock some sense into the fool. Because we couldn't have gone to the Grand Champion fight immediately for the heavyweight tier, we had to have one extra problem. 4 floors per raid tier. Yeah, I can just wander over here and stand close. Completely ruin the story for everyone.
A vengeance! The despicable fighter, formerly known as the Brute Bomber, the Brute Abominator!
Twisted Vengeance, Brute Abominator.
To take it outside, the Brute Abominator means business.
This is a lot closer to my level, so I can expect things to be a bit more problematic. Stone Ringer, the bludgeoning.
He's used his feral powers to manifest a weapon.
We need to share this tank buster, but also not stand so close to the boss.
Oh, a brutal blow! But the contender is standing.
Now here's the thing. There's a bunch of ads up now. And we kind of want to kill them quickly, so they don't do that. When he does Quarry Swamp, stand behind one of the plants to protect yourself from his Petrify effect.
Oh my! Even the cameras have been petrified, and now they're crashing down all around!
Stoneringer, the stabbing. We need another shared tank buster, but also stand in close. If it says stabbing, then it's the only safe spot is in the boss. If it isn't, uh-oh. Neo Bombarian Special. Stand right here. You do not want to... Otherwise, you get flung off into the edge like that. 5 DPS.
Goodness me, the Brute Abominator is hanging on the building!
All action direction requirements are nullified during this phase. He has his mace, so it's going to be a point-blank AoE, which I thought he was going to jump away.
The challenger rises again! Can they turn this around?
Stoneringer, the stabbing. He tethers to a tower, move to it, or rather he's going to move to it, so I need to move to it now.
He's bounding from wall to wall!
That would be a proximity blast on the co-tank, so they don't get hit by it. Revenge of the Vines. Now everything is covered in vines, because of course it is. Stoneringer stabbing. Spore explosion. Oh dear. That's such a condescending line, isn't it? Power slam. Uh-oh.
Such devastation.
Welcome to phase 3. This is what he's going to be stuck in until we kill him.
The destruction appears to have started.
Stoneringer 2. Stone Ringers. Spore sacks, so it's going to be the ads again. Brutish swing. We need to move in close to this one. Oh dear, I'm on the wrong side.
Alani, the brute bomber must still be in there somewhere. A punishing attack! Oh, the true power of this monstrous fusion.
Combo tank. Everyone has to stack to this. Quarry Swamp. Protect yourself.
What a thrilling battle this! And it rages on!
Stoneringer stabbing. 2 stone ringers, but he's also at 7% health. Lashing lariat, and he's dead.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger!
Not nearly as victorious as usual. Sure, I'll commend the paladin, she was good.
It's all over! Until next time.
It's no good. We're too late. All those feral souls took their toll. The president had the broadcast cut the instant the match ended, so as not to reveal the terrible side of his entertainment. He remains furious that you divulged information on psychonecrosis. I will do my best to appease him, but I fear little will come of my efforts. I never thought you'd be the first to go, old friend. But worry not, I'll join you soon. You don't mean... I'm afraid so. I've been suffering the same symptoms for a while now. But I didn't understand how serious they were until I overheard your conversation. I too have psychonecrosis. Your sister and I began experiencing bouts of dizziness at the same time. Not long before she disappeared without a word. I realize now she must have been searching for a way to fight her fate. But I chose to accept mine. You come from beyond the barrier, Ibuki. No doubt you find it unsettling that we use souls to cheat death. Having been raised without regulators, I felt much the same. To me, those who wore them lived a bland and numbing existence, devoid of tension and excitement. The jobs arranged for me were tedious, and there was no way to escape this nation's dreary reality. But I finally found joy in the Arcadion. Being my fighting persona is everything to me, like it was my friend. If the price for that is to die from psychonecrosis, I'll gladly pay it when the time comes. Come, little one. accept death so readily? Damn it all, it doesn't have to be this way. I'm sorry, Ibuki, it's just all so frustrating. You did what you could. I'm truly grateful. The president has wasted no time covering things up. After retrieving the brute bomber's body, the company announced he's chosen to retire with this defeat. And so matches at the Arcadion will continue, but after a delay, it'll be a while before your cruiserweight title fight. Say, I wonder where Neoni's gone. She wasn't here when I returned. We'll resume our matches at the Arcadion next week and probably wrap up the entire story arc, because I feel like we got through 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got through 6 of the matches this time. We should be able to wrap up 5 in one go. But yeah, until next time guys, take care. I'll see you all around.